addition, she's an alum of hers, Bryn Mawr, where she attended a certification in leadership development. How about that? She is a recipient of enormous awards, including Faculty Women of the Year, Trio Student Sponsor Services, Faculty of the Year Award, SIUC Black Alumni and Inclusion Award, or Black Alumni Group Circle of Excellence Award, Dr. Wesley G. McNeese Anti-Racism, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award, and the SIU Board of Trustees Diversity Excellence Award, and Zeta Phi Beta's Miss Living Legend Award, to name a few. Dr. Smoot is the co-founder of the Southern Illinois African American History Center, which is located in our library in room 640A, and Reclaiming African American Heritage in Southern Illinois. Dr. Smoot has been at SIU longer than most of us are old. To the tune of 26 years, during those years, students have commented on her teaching and her house rules attached to her syllabus. Here are some quotes from some of her students. The sound of her voice makes me tremble. I've never run the class until I met Dr. Smoot. Didn't matter how late you were, dang near on time and you're late. This woman is serious and very helpful. I learned about Dr. Smoot before I even set foot on the campus of SIUC. She is very intelligent and doesn't play games. If you are serious about your education, take her class. If not, don't. I love you, Dr. Smoot. Dr. Smoot is the best teacher you could ever have from an international point of view. Being French, I can say I miss her a lot since I left Carbondale. I'll steal her from your country. You need her in France. Dr. Smoot, I love you. We were late for class, and when we got there, we couldn't get in. We slid a note under the door asking if we could please come in. She slid a note back saying no, in capital letters. Dr. Smoot is one of the most fabulous professors SIUC has to offer. Do not be late to the lecture, and if you don't enjoy reading, don't bother taking this class. The women will care about you with every ounce of their heart, but do not cross her or get on her nerves. Dr. Smoot is a once-in-a-generation professor and lecturer. Her teaching style, unique and irreplaceable. I cannot recommend her highly enough. You will earn your grade for sure, but her passion shines through her teaching, one of the best assets SIU has to offer. Let us welcome Dr. Pamela A. Smoot.
It's all true. Good afternoon. That wasn't loud enough. That's better. Thank you for the invitation to share in your soon-to-be special moment. Just think, in 7 days, you will be officially graduating from Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. Then, in 2 more days, you will begin your introduction to the real world. That means paying bills. So, to get you even more excited about leaving this fine institution, isn't that right, Dr. Lane? Chancellor Lane, yes. I am here to address the BAC's chosen theme, a provocative one, I might add, brilliance beyond the storm. Now, for starters, I always have to tell a story, and probably the only person in this room who you may remember would be Father Brown, because he's older than me. You are supposed to laugh at that one. During the regular graduation ceremony, that was a long time ago, we used to have a speaker. I cannot remember the gentleman's name, but what I do remember is that he gave SIU a ton of money. He began to speak in a monotone voice, and every time I thought he was finished, he started all over again. I was watching the audience. The people were starting to talk. People were nodding, squirming, and fidgeting. Well, he did that too many times. So I stood up and started clapping. Then everyone else stood and clapped. He finally ended his speech with a big thank you. I can assure you that that will not happen today. Brilliance is not just a high grade point average, but about how you navigate and adapt to your environment, as the ancestors did. Taking a brief walk through African American history, we can see how enslaved Africans and the first generation of enslaved African Americans did just that. They found ways to make their lives easier despite their oppression. Historian Darlene Clark Hine discusses kinship ties, and Deborah Gray White describes the establishment of female slave networks. The ancestors created community and engaged in multiple acts of resistance to counter their circumstances, such as escaping, killing or maiming farm animals as a form of covert resistance. Mothers often smothered their children to spare them the enduring pain of being sold into a lifetime of enslavement. These were examples of absolute brilliance. You too will find ways to navigate and adapt to your environment. You're supposed to clap. Come on, let's go. I see you all follow instructions very well. That's what I love about my students. Evidence of brilliance can be found among the ancestors whose inventions made it easier for everyone to appreciate. Thomas Jennings, this is for you, Dr. Frazier, invented dry cleaning in 1821, allowing Dr. Frazier to get his suits clean. Dr. Frazier, where are you? You always got to talk about him, right? Sarah Boone invented the ironing board. Every time you get on an elevator, we can thank Alexander Miles for saving us from using the stairs. Every time you decide to brush your hair, think about Lyda Newman. Marie Brown invented the home security system to keep burglars away. Every time I get my hair fried, and it looks nice, doesn't it? Tell the truth. Every time I get my hair fried, I think of Annie Turbo Malone and Madam C.J. Walker, who perfected the pressing comb. When you are stopped at the traffic light, remember Garrett A. Morgan. People with heart ailments can thank Otis Boykin for pacemaker control. And for those of you who ride bikes, you know they got those electric things running around here now that you don't even have to pedal. But anyway, for those of you who ride bikes, Isaac R. Johnson created a bicycle frame so you can pedal to work or participate in a bike marathon. This is not only brilliance, but they have also shown the ability to adapt to their environment. Brilliance is like clothing. It comes in many forms. As you embark on your journey, you will encounter some rough spots that we all call storms. They also come in different forms, including hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, and floods. They are disruptive, destructive, and can sometimes create insurmountable challenges. Now, some of you may not have jobs yet, but keep looking for one. Some of you may have jobs only to find that after starting, it's not the one for you. But by all means, do not quit until you find another one. Some of you may find that the job isn't really paying enough, which you probably already knew before accepting a position. Again, do not quit until you find another job. Remaining focused will enable you to rise above your situation and understand that it's only temporary. If you do this, the storm will move out of the area. I recognize that not everyone is entering the workforce. Some of you have been accepted to graduate school. Some of you are any military people in here? Okay, that's making me really happy. But I had to say that, right? Under the circumstances, right? Okay, so some of you maybe haven't figured out your path. I have words for you too. If you are attending graduate school and remain at SIU, your support system is already in place. The professors who wrote those beautiful letters of recommendation obviously care about your future. Isn't that right, Father Brown? Thank you. Should a storm arise, they will provide words of wisdom to arise. They will help you and keep your feet planted. If you're going elsewhere, you have the necessary tools and brains to create your own support system. But remember, those same professors will respond wherever you are. And I have to say that simply because when I left Tennessee State University to begin my doctorate at Michigan State University, those professors that I had at Tennessee State followed me all the way through. And then when I went to my first professional conference, they were all sitting in the front row. But I'll say that to say that we do care about you and that, don't hesitate to reach back, and we'll be there. Excuse me. So we don't have any military people in here, but I'm going to say this anyway. To our ROTC students who will protect us in this country, your instructors will assist you based on my contact with them. Given the number of wars in force, I personally hope that none of you will be placed in harm's way. Not sure about your path? Talk to someone who may be able to help you. As young adults, storms reflect resilience. Surviving the COVID-19 pandemic has shown your ability to persevere. Lockdown at home, classes online, isolated from friends and family, fear of contracting the virus, missed proms, missed graduations were devastating for many of you. But you survived. Changing majors 2 or 3 times, failed a couple of classes along the way, worked 2 and sometimes 3 jobs to keep your head above water. Maybe you got tired of listening to the voices of your professors. Me and Father Brown, I think I saw Dr. Smith back there somewhere. Dr. Smith, are you in here? Stand up, please. It's Dr. Smith. And having insufficient funds, but look at you now. You survived SIU with the ability to bounce back. You will face challenges very different from the 4, 5, or 6 years spent at SIU, where you created a community among your peers while earning your degree. Now it's time to look beyond SIU. I cannot stand here without sharing some inspirational quotes from several renowned Africans and African Americans. Nelson Mandela, in one of his most powerful statements, said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is the great engine of personal development." Malcolm X, "Education is the passport to the future, but tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today," which you all have done. Rosa Parks, "To bring about change, you must not be afraid to take the first step. We will fail when we fail to try." Maya Angelou, "We may encounter defeats, but we must not be defeated." Booker T. Washington, "Success is not to be measured, not so much about the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome." First Lady, and I still say Michelle Obama is my First Lady. People say former First Lady, but she's still my First Lady. First Lady Michelle Obama, "History has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a new life of its own." Taraji Henson, you all know her, "No matter how often you fall from grace, what matters most is how many times you get up." Martin Luther King Jr., "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." That's it for your inspirational quotes. But I need all of the graduates to please stand up. You need to raise your right hand. You need to raise your right hand. And I want you to repeat after me. This is the Dr. Smoot pledge. Okay? And don't perpetrate. I want you to say it loud, too. Right? When the storm is raging, I promise not to allow myself to get wet, but to run in between the raindrops. If I find a job and I don't like it, I promise not to quit until I find another one. Okay. I understand that's, go ahead. I understand the storms are trouble, but they don't last always. I understand the storms may toss and the winds may blow. I promise to stand strong, using the foundation that SIU has laid for me. I promise to take advantage of every opportunity provided to me to advance my professional career. I understand the importance of networking and finding a mentor who will be instrumental in guiding me to greatness. I promise to never, never, never ever forget where I came from. I like that one. I promise to never, 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 ever forget the sacrifices made by the people who helped me reach this milestone. I will remember the people at SIU who encouraged and nurtured me in and outside the classroom. If necessary, I will not hesitate to reach out to those professors, staff members, and administrators who have supported me along the way. This is the part I like right here. Where the parents at? You can stand up, okay? You don't have to do it, just stand up. I'm not gonna bite. I'm not gonna lock you out, throw you out. Okay, all right, so now, this is the last one. You ready? All right. I promise that when I take my first steps into the real world, I will save and invest my earnings, and afterward, to take my parents on a paid vacation. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close. Now you all can take your seats. Thank you very much for your participation. Now, in closing, I will quote Kendrick Lamar, "We're going to be all right."
One more time for Dr. Smoot. Please stand by as we prepare the presentation of Kente stoles. Graduates from the College of Agriculture, Life, and Physical Sciences, please line up at the stage. Santonio Rosano Jr., Imani Ringgold, can the College of Arts and Media please come up to the stage? Cameron Solid, Christian Keys, Michael Burton, M. Kamara, Journey Short, Eliza Berry, Tanaya Johnson, College of Business and Analytics please come to the stage? Rainiel Brown. Vashti Gray. Can the College of Engineering, Computing, Technology, and Mathematics please come to the stage? Enrique Januario. Fatima Berry. Shayna Stroud. Can the College of Health and Human Sciences please line up along the stage? Zaria Terry. Tino Tinda Kangai. Tahasha Whitaker. Miriam Diallo. Adriana Myrie. Adriana Myrie. Alexandria Trigg. Alexia Young. Anastasia Williams. Andrew Grant. Anaya Rice. Anaya Rice. Ariel Combs. Ayo Enola. Ayo Enola. Bisola Salu. Bria Lumpkins. Brianna Williams. Cameron Solid. Dante Green. Darius Gunn. Destiny McGee. Thomas. Glory Enola. Jada Myrie. Janelle Jones. Janiyah Brooks. John Kerry Sanders. Jory Turner. Josiah Bird. Carly Gallen. Kasha Neely. Kenlyn Lewis. Latika Jones. Liddell Miller. Markayla O'Neal. Matthew Eccles. Matthew Wilson. McKayleanne Garrett. Morgan Kraft. Olu Mwera. Queen Brown. Renisha Gray. Rapina Washington. Ryan White. Sebelane Lebogang. Tanisha Perry. Morgan. And that concludes the College of Health and Human Sciences. Can the College of Liberal Arts please come up to the stage? Aaliyah Thomas. Yavion Smith. Daria Flowers. Dennis Sturkey. Edlina Nawaobi. Eris Golden. Jorena Wise. Caitlin Franklin. Malachi Morton. Ketora Ibrahim. Malia Mays. Patricia Curry. Mia Grubbs. Tiandrea Jones. And that concludes the College of Liberal Arts. Can the School of Education please come to the side of the stage? Courtney Adams. Danya Kathy. Imani Tony. Casey Colbert. Kylie Burns. Crystal Hudson. concludes the School of Education. Will the School of Law please come to the side of the stage? Sharia Bernard. Precious Taylor. And that concludes the School of Law. Will our graduate school students please come to the side of the stage? Taylor Lawrence. Natrell Williams. Tracy Williams. Tyler Lawrence. Darius Harris. And that concludes the presentation of Kente Stoles. The Kente Stole is a symbol of achievement, heritage, and pride. As each graduate is recognized, we celebrate not only their academic success, but also their cultural legacy and impact. At this time, we will hear encouraging words from Miss BAC, Journey Short.
I want to say thank you, VAC, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all today. Today, we are not just celebrating graduation. We are celebrating Black commencement. And we are honoring not where we are going, but we are honoring where we're going, but also where we came from. Because to be honest, this journey was not just about classes, degrees, or sorry. Because to be honest, this journey was not just about classes, degrees, or exams. It was about navigating spaces where we weren't always thought. Because to be honest, this journey was not just about classes, exams, or degrees. It was about navigating spaces that we weren't always, that were built with not us in mind. About breaking barriers and about showing up again and again. And yet here we are. We are the dream and the evidence. We are the result of sacrifices that we didn't always see and strength that we didn't always feel. And now today, we are not just graduates, we are proof of being in every room that we belong in, that we walk in. But now we are more than that. We are examples of transcendence. Transcendence is about going beyond what is expected of you. It's about rising past limitations, past doubt, past the narratives that tried to define you before, and the chance to define yourself. It is about choosing growth over comfort, purpose over fear, and vision over circumstance. But every late night, every obstacle, every moment you question whether you could keep going, you are already transcending. You are already becoming more than what tried to hold you back. And I want to encourage you with something before we leave this chapter behind. Take risks. Not to stay kind, not to know not the ones that you know you will succeed. I'm talking about the ones that make your voice shake, like this one. Like the kind that makes you doubt yourself. The kind that just seems a little too big. And because the truth is, time is going to pass anyways. Are you going to play it safe, or are you going to do something that scares you? The days will move forward. The years will keep going, so you have to ask yourself, are you going to make a legacy that you're proud of, or are you just going to keep standing still? So apply to the job that you're not ready for. Start the business, move to the city. Go beyond yourself, and when you go beyond yourself, speak your voice, even when no one truly understands you. Failure is not the opposite of success. Staying still is. And understand that you don't have to have everything put in place. None of us do. Growth is not a straight line. It is messy, unpredictable, and uncomfortable. But that's where transformation lives. So take that time. Transcend expectations, transcend fear, transcend anything that tries to convince you that you are less than capable of greatness. Take up space. Take your story, your voice, and the brilliance and everything you carry into your space and enter it like you belong in it, because you do. As we walk across the streets into the next chapter, remember, we are not just stepping into the future, we are shaping it. We are not just continuing stories, we are transcending them. Congratulations, class of 2026. Keep growing.
Thank you. Now we will hear from Mr. BAC, Eris Golden.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to start by saying, once again, congratulations to my fellow graduates. But I'd also like to start off by thanking a couple people. I'll make this part short and quick, I promise. I'd like to thank my family for being there to always support me in my endeavors, and my mentors, Father Brown, Bethany, and Rob, who I know I'll be annoying for the foreseeable future. I'd like to thank Men of Color for being the family away from home that I needed to keep me motivated and sane in my time at SIU. I'd like to thank the Noops, my ships, for giving me an amazing undergraduate experience, and my Neos for making me feel younger than I actually am. I'd like to thank BAC for giving me the opportunity to speak at an event that holds so much weight for our community, as well as giving me the space I needed to feel comfortable on campus during my time at SIU, as well as everyone else that I was so fortunate to come across in my time in undergrad. And last but not least, ChatGPT. I'm just kidding. In all seriousness though, today is a celebration of years of work, years of papers, 1159 deadlines, and carrying group projects just to protect your own grade. Years of resilience and dedication, and whether it's in a week or 6 months, we will have achieved what we've been working so hard for. Beyond the gratitude and celebration that I want to share with you guys, there's 2 quick things I want to leave with you. Life is short. Even now and here, there are students who we went to class with ate and laughed with, and lent some true blood, who are no longer with us. One of those people was a good friend of mine and a fellow member of Men of Color, C. Rice, the oldest 21-year-old you've ever met. And he should have been here today to get his kente store, just like the rest of us. I don't say that to bring the mood down, but to remind us. While we're here, we have to actually live. Appreciate what we've accomplished and will accomplish. Spend time with the people around us and who will be around us, because your time here won't last forever. There will always be more work to do, but you will not always be surrounded by the people you share this campus with or share any space that you've been in with. So leave all the negative, meaningless rigmarole, like Fizz, alone, and make lasting memories amongst ourselves. And I know it's a corny saying, but, live, laugh, love. The second thing I want to leave with you is the knowledge that now, at this point in life, it's just the beginning for us. I've had countless conversations about my future recently, and people keep asking me what I want to do next. And the truth is, I don't know yet. And for a long time, that felt like a problem. And sometimes it still does. But it's not. We are allowed to try things, to change paths, to grow into something different. What matters is that we keep on moving forward, and that we will. If we made our way through undergrad and all the work that came along with it, I truly believe there's nothing that can stop us from achieving our goals in this life or the next. So to my fellow graduates, congratulations. Let's take what we've learned here and build and be intentional about what comes next. Congratulations again, and thank you, guys.
Let's give it up one more time for Mr. and Mrs. BAC. Now we will move into our 2025-2026 award presentation, recognizing outstanding students who have demonstrated excellence in leadership, academics, and service.
Good evening, everybody. It is, hi y'all. Good evening, sorry. It is truly an honor to present the award for Best Registered Student Organization with the best engagement. This award recognizes more than just hosting events and having a large following. It celebrates an organization that shows up consistently, intentionally, and has great impact on our campus. An organization that doesn't just create spaces, but it fills them with energy, purpose, and connection. The organization receiving this award has demonstrated all of that and more. Through their programming, outreach, and dedication, they have cultivated a strong sense of community and have set a standard for what student involvement should look like. So, it is my pleasure to present the award for Best RSO with the Best Engagement to, can I get a little drum roll? Thanks. This award is going to NACWC. Come.
Congratulations to the NACWC. As we prepare to close, we invite Father Brown to deliver the farewell blessing.
There are several themes that have been spoken over and over today. And this blessing that I'm about to present to you will be echoing some of those themes. And that's the way it's supposed to be. From the very beginning comments, from Dr. Smoot's speech, from the Chancellor's wake-up call, there are certain issues that we have to face. Two corrections. This is really the 24th annual pre-commencement. I'm not the only one, obviously, who didn't major in math. And a gentle twist. I think some of you were born into the real world, and quite a few came here to get away from it. But I'm sitting there and I am thinking about the people who have been in this building and in this room who helped to do exactly what our last two speakers talked about. They shaped your future. And now we are asking you to go out and protect it because it is your present, and we don't want it to be our past. There is another great saying that could have been used up here. Each one teach one. I talk about the cycle of history that spirals through time. A few days ago, I got a phone call from one of the great, great civil rights heroes of my lifetime and yours, who just about a year ago was awarded an honorary doctorate at our commencement, Dr. Reginald Petty, who was crying on the phone at the age of 90 because the Supreme Court is taking away the voting rights that he nearly died to achieve. John Lewis was talking to him, and just a few weeks before John Lewis died, Dick Gregory was too. Donald McHenry calls him regularly. So does Senator Durbin. He was talking about, just a few weeks ago, how he was arrested 30 times in Mississippi in one day. Every time he tried to register someone to vote, they arrested him. And yet he survived, and he was here. And I think of Coretta Scott King and Maya Angelou and Bob Moses, one of the great architects of voting rights. And they're taking it away, and I don't want anyone in this room to ever tell me, what's the problem? Voting doesn't change anything. My vote doesn't matter. The blood of those who tried to get people to vote, it has made our soil sacred. You were sent here by the ancestors. We honor them by singing your praises. But they moved here from freedom to slavery to freedom, as we were so eloquently told earlier. And now you're going to have to move that cycle into time and save what people are trying to destroy. Now, this is two parts, and some of you who've been here before know that you should have brought one of those little shower caps with you. In the great tradition that I teach about rain, there was just a little part of rain this afternoon. And I was taught that in the old world, the ancestors weep with joy to see our accomplishments, and that is rain. But in the other tradition that I'm also part of and dress for the occasion, the blessing of the water that is sprinkled on those who are assembled is about rebirth. The old song says, wade in the water, wade in the water, children. God's going to trouble the water. But who's singing it? The people who are on the other shore saying, we got through it, you can come on now. Wade in the water, children. Don't do this in the water, but wade with all the grace you got. Because we taught you, as the last words were, it's going to be all right. But it's going to be up to you to rebuild, reshape, and renew this earth. We did our best. And as several people have pointed out, yeah, I'm the oldest one in the building. I am a direct peer of the Little Rock Nine. I desegregated the school system with only me and my sister. No, I've had to bury relatives, survive sexual abuse. I have had to see people die for no reason other than they were standing too long, too late, in the wrong place. Now, graduates, stand up, please. Colby, come here and help me. Get the bowl and pick it up for me. Yes, bring it up here. We stand at the edge of the horizon and dream of places as yet unseen, undefined, untouched, unembraced. We feel the air swirl around us, caressing us, urging us to fly. And we are new to this time, this place, this call. So we breathe deep and remember the friends, the laughter, the fears, and the risks. We remember the beginning, the day we saw this point as the far horizon. We cannot be afraid. The ancestors, numberless as the stars, speak to us, call to us, bless us. The children, as yet unborn, pull us into a future that must be made safe for them. The world that has taught us the wisdom of ages past claims us to work for good, for healing, for justice. The God who has made us delights in our readiness to begin again the journey into our great fullness. It is time for us to give our thanks to all who gave us life, nourishment, hope, direction, and meaning. It is time for us to claim tomorrow and be the blessing God has intended us to be. We receive the blessing that speaks of new birth and new beginnings. And now, all of us who are here to congratulate these, our warriors for tomorrow, please extend your right hand in a blessing. Go now into the world, carrying the gifts bestowed upon you, knowledge that you are beloved, that you are called to make a difference. Feel within your hearts the blessings of your ancestors. Hear within the silence of your dreams the calls of the unborn. You stand at a crossroads in your life. Step off into brightness and hope and possibility. Be light within the darkness. Be steady hands for those who stumble. Be comfort and confirmation for those who doubt themselves. And as you leave this circle, remember, anybody ask you who you are, who you are, who you are? Anybody ask you who you are, you tell them you a child of God.
Thank you, Father Brown. As we come to the end of the ceremony, I want to leave our graduates with this. You are walking into a world that needs your voice, your brilliance, your leadership. Carry everything you learned here, not just in the classroom, but in the community, the culture, and resilience. Continue to break barriers, continue to build legacy, and never forget where you came from. On behalf of the Black Affairs Council, thank you all for being a part of this special day. Congratulations again to the class of 2020-26. And with that, this ceremony is officially concluded. Graduates, before you leave, can you guys come up to the front for a photo? All graduates, before you leave, please come to the front of the stage for a photo.
All graduates, it's not on. He turned it off. Hello? All graduates, please come to the front. All graduates, please come to the front for a group photo. All graduates to the front for a group photo. Hurry, wherever you can get, somebody will line you up for the photo. I guess some of you all can stand down there, I don't know. All graduates, please come to the front for a photograph. Hey, congratulations. Short people in the front. Short people in the front. No offense. Some folks could probably stand down on the floor.